Good evening, chemistry students. I got another edition of a chemistry walkthrough tutorial video. I know it's Friday, a little later than I normally get to doing the videos, but nonetheless, here it is. All right, so what you are trying to do is figure out which gas law applies. So there are three attempts: Boyle's law, or three choices, also three attempts. Boyle's law, which includes pressure and volume; Charles's law, which is volume and temperature; and Gay-Lussac's law, which is pressure and temperature. All right. So we're going to go through and I will talk you through it. So, question number one: the owner's manual of my car states that you should only check the tire pressure before the car is driven when the tires are cold. Which gas law does this apply to? Okay, so the word pressure is used. Okay, so we know that we have pressure, okay, which is P. And then it says when the tires are cold. Well, that would lean towards temperature in my mind. So, which one has to do with pressure and temperature? Gay-Lussac's law. So, there it is. Question number two: deep sea fish die when brought to the surface because the decrease in pressure, notice pressure is being stated, causes gas bubbles in their bodies to increase in size, popping their bladders, cells, and membranes. So what is the other key word to look for? Size. What is another word for size that we use in chemistry class? Volume. So we are looking at pressure and volume, meaning that Boyle's law is what this question is asking about. Question number three: a football inflated indoors is taken outside on a winter day and shrinks slightly. This one's kind of tough because it doesn't really talk anything about pressure, volume, or temperature directly. So you have to read into the question. So if it's taken outside on a winter day, we would assume that it's cold. So that's going to lean towards temperature being one of our variables. And then the other one says that it shrinks slightly. So if something is shrinking, it's talking about its size changing, which means it's talking about volume. The gas law that talks about volume and temperature is Charles's law. Question number four: throwing an aerosol can into a fire may cause it to explode. If you guys aren't familiar with what an aerosol can is, think of hairspray or, like non-stick cooking spray. Anything that when you press it, it already has that pressure behind it. And don't do this, by the way, because it's very dangerous. You can get hurt or even die. Okay? So when we're talking about something going into a fire, fire is hot. That would mean we have temperature. Okay? Why would it explode though? Well, when you look at a can, let's say we're talking about a can of soda. A can of soda is 355 milliliters or 12 fluid ounces. That's what it's built to hold. Okay? When you increase the temperature of something, the volume also increases when we're talking about gases, at least. All right. So if we're talking about temperature and volume, again, we're pointing towards Charles' law. And question number 5, squeezing a balloon until it pops. This one is also kind of tough because it's not directly using the word pressure, temperature, or volume. So we have to really think about, okay, well, what is a balloon? A balloon is a container of air, right? So it has a certain size or volume, okay? So volume is one of the things that we're talking about because that's what a balloon is. It is a certain amount of volume. The more air you put into it, the bigger it gets, okay? And then if you squeeze the balloon, what are you adding? Well, you're adding added pressure. So you're talking about pressure and volume. Which gas law has to do with pressure and volume? That would be Boyle's law. All right. Hope you guys are doing well. I hope you continue to enjoy my quick tutorial videos. This has been another episode of Swanson Walkthrough Tutorials for Chemistry. You guys have a wonderful weekend and a great day. Signing off right now.